So in the last video, we covered the first episode where we left off seeing Joel, Ellie, and Tess making their way into the city just after sneaking out of the quarantine zone. As we start our look into episode 2, we get a glimpse of an Indonesian scientist discovering the newly mutated cordyceps fungus. The first roughly 11 minutes of this episode focuses on the supposed origin of the outbreak. In the game, however, we are never given any kind of in-depth look at this, if any at all. As we reunite with our main characters, they seemingly spent the night hunkered down somewhere. In the game, they don't stop at all and instead sneak and fight past infected until they get to the Firefly pickup site. In the game, the argument of smuggling Ellie happens right after escaping the QZ instead of the morning after like in the show.
Alright, there you go.
Look, what was the plan? Let's say that we deliver you to the Fireflies. What then?
Marlene, she said that they have their own little quarantine zone with doctors there still trying to find a cure.
Yeah, we've heard that before, huh, Tess?
And that whatever happened to me is the key to finding a vaccine.
Oh, Jesus.
That's what she said.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Hey, fuck you, man. I didn't ask for this.
Me neither. Tess, what the hell are we doing here?
What if it's true?
I can't...
What if, Joel? I mean, we've come this far. Let's just finish it.
Do I need to remind you what is out there?
I get it.
There's a Firefly base camp somewhere out west with doctors. They're working on a cure.
I've heard this before.
And whatever happened to me is
It's the key to finding the vaccine. That's what this is. We've heard this a million times. Vaccines, miracle cures. None of it works, ever.
Fuck you, man. I didn't ask for this.
You and me both. This isn't gonna end well, Tess. We need to go back.
There are no frogs in the game. In the show, Ellie can be cringe. In the game, she's not.
Yes, sir. I would like your finest sweet, please. Yes, ma'am. Would you like me to check your luggage? Yes, ma'am. Right away, ma'am.
You're a weird kid.
You're a weird kid.
Through a couple lines of dialogue, it's made clear that Ellie is aware of the different types of infected out there, more so than even Joel and Tess are. In the game, it's actually the other way around. So there's a conversation between Tess and Ellie explaining the complex system of cordyceps and how the fungus as a whole is connected. In the game, cordyceps' abilities are never thoroughly explained and isn't as deep as it is here. The group encountering the body left behind by a clicker happens a little differently in the game. As we see here in the show, the body is in the museum. In the game, the body is found before they reach the museum. Encountering the clicker for the first time is a little different as seen here with the footage I present. At the end of the clicker encounter, we see that Ellie got bit again. In the game, in fact, throughout the entirety of both games, Ellie never receives another bite from the infected. Tess never twists her ankle in the game. When the group finally arrives to the pickup site, it's implied that the Fireflies were taken out by an infected within their own ranks. The video game instead reveals Fedra soldiers got to them. Tess being revealed to have been bitten is for the most part pretty spot on, but there's one minor difference I noticed. In the show, Tess tells Joel to take Ellie to Bill and Frank. In the game, Tess never brings the two men into the conversation and instead tells Joel just to get Ellie to the Fireflies. In the show, Tess's last stand is towards the infected, prompting her to blow the place up to buy Joel and Ellie some time. In the game, this sequence is entirely different. Instead, Tess is defending against a platoon of Fedra soldiers, dies in the gunfight without blowing the place up, and Joel and Ellie leave without much of a hassle. Now here, episode 2 ends. However, in the game, it's not that simple. Joel has to murder his way out of the adjacent area, fighting off waves of soldiers before they can get any peaceful time to leave. So with that said, that's the end of this video. Let me know if you guys want to see another episode 3 review with the difference between the show and the game, of course. And so with that said, yeah, I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out, motherfuckers.